pole.
This quarter brought to you by Fellowship of Christian Athletes Lacrosse. FCA Lacrosse is committed to developing three-dimensional athletes and coaches who want to fulfill their God-given potential mentally, physically, and spiritually. For more information on FCA summer teams, camps, or other ways to get involved, check out FCALax.com. Nick Shepard comes up with a ground ball for the Lakers. Inside feed, Pridemore shot off the crossbar.
Shot out of bounds. Remains Laker ball. Colin Heacock to inbounds.
Third quarter set to go 5-5 your score. Make Royal Farms your first stop before and after every game for everything from custom-built subs and wraps, healthy snacks, drinks, fresh brewed coffee, Western fries, and of course Royal Farms fresh, never frozen, world-famous chicken. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. Heacock going against TJ Trusty, tries to come off the pick from Stanwyck, but Trusty gets through it. Cannot stress enough the quality of the coaching staffs here at Boys Latin as well as Gilman, led by Brooks Matthews and Bob Shriver. Bruno shot saved by Moore, rebound all the way out front.
A little popcorn.
And now Heacock gets into it with Trusty and is called for withholding. And Robbie Haas gets it up to Cotter Brown, and Gilman has their first possession of the second half. Cotter Brown, obviously brother of world-famous Cooper Brown, who I coached in that 2007 Under Armour All-American Underclassmen event. Great athlete, great kid. Jake Shooter Mathai, shot deflected on its way to the goal. Credit Tom Brown with the deflection and Matt Reese with the pickup.
Back to the subject of the Browns. If you want to find the Billy Bitter of the midfield, you want to watch one of those Cooper Brown, Peter Brown, Cotter Brown. They've all been great players in the MIAA so far. All Greyhounds.
Heacock shot kicked out by Moore, rebounded by Pike. Pike hits the crossbar. Shaq Stanwyck comes up with that rebound. Lynch has Heacock, and now Pike open on the inside. Can't come up with it. Flag flies off ball. Heacock comes in, shot, goal. Flag wiped out by the goal. Lakers lead 6-5. Amazing action. Thank you, Royal Farms and CUDA.com, for bringing great high school lacrosse to you all spring long. Colin Heacock sees the flag in the air and he says, I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly on this, Captain.
We saw a little extracurricular activities between Devin Tucker and Greg Pike. Easy call there. Wipe out that flag. What a goal by Colin Heacock.
And that would be a great steel cage match. Get the Tucker family in the steel cage with Greg Pike. Sky whammy by Kerber. He relinquishes control up to Sims. Sims is going to take it for a spin down the right-hand alley, guarded by Shepard. Peter Brown now down to Max Green, and Gilman still setting up. And now we get a flag on the far side. Gilman possession, they stepped out of the box. This man up brought to you by The Power Shaft. Get to thepowershaft.com to learn how you can get the only weighted lacrosse training device on the market today. Thepowershaft.com. I know college teams are getting power shafts for every kid on the team. So this summer, become the best player you can by getting a power shaft. DeSmit behind the cage, guarded by Reese. Boys Latin man down, stretching out behind the cage. Not a terrible decision. Morrill pushes it over to, changes with Mathai down the wing. DeSmit slings it lefty, backed up by Gilman. See which of these teams, as the sun comes out blazing, see which of these teams has been using their Motive Pure. Motive Pure reinventing rehydration. Go to www.motivepure.com and play your best when your team needs you the most. Boys Latin kills off the man down, and Kerber gets it up top to Mathai. Mathai trying to get a step on Shepard. Kerber comes back for his left against Pons and pushes it behind the cage to Max Green.
Gonna take a whole lot to beat Mac Pons.
Max Green, inside move. Tremendous poise with the ball. Toe in the crease. Nifty little finish by Max Green, and third quarter race to Nifty. Call it off. 7:51 to go third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by FCA Lacrosse. Fellowship of Christian Athletes Lacrosse is committed to developing three-dimensional athletes and coaches who want to fulfill their God-given potential mentally, physically, and spiritually. For more information on FCA summer teams, camps, or other ways to get involved, check out FCALax.com. Push forward on the face-off win. Lakers making it happen. High pass, but Pike runs it out. Brian Lichtenauer doing an amazing job pushing that forward. Here's Pike getting it to Stanwyck. Pike gets it back from him. Shot saved more. Great give and go on the near side by Greggy Pike and Shaq Stanwyck.
That's 8 saves for Christian Knight. I guess Brian Moore, sorry. 8 saves for Brian Moore. 4 in the second quarter and 2 in the third quarter. 2, of course, if you're doing math correctly, in the first stanza.
I've never seen you use a slide rule that effectively. Well done, Ty.
You call me sleeping book, like you do with the race to Nifty.
Peter Brown, bounce pass underneath for Green. Ball pinballs around. Christian Knight corrals it. Gets it up to Reese. Reese to his brother Reese. Shot over the cage, backed up by Stanwyck. Casey Reese caught in that little moment between shoot or pass. Made the right decision, got a shot off just a little bit high. 6:48 to go third quarter, 6-6 your score. Defense is tightening up a little bit. Keegan O'Connor gets it up top to Casey Reese. And T. Moyer now behind the cage for the Lakers. T. Moyer gets a step shot goal. Breaks the tie. T. Moyer, he's got some funk in that bag.
I know talking to a few BL and Gilman assistant coaches before the game, we talked about the over-under of goals scored, and they put it at 16. And we're getting pretty close, Puck.
We're creeping towards it. Creeping towards it as we are 7-6 now. T. Moyer, the most recent goal scorer in this great rivalry. Potter Brown makes a play on it. Pushed out of bounds. There's some question on that. The only thing I can tell you about that call is I got a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell.
Love to see Potter Brown know that it was probably a push and not argue the call. I think most guys would. Always classy at Gilman.
Definitely could have come up from that and given referee Carmen Dijon Domenico a little bit of what for. And here's Mac the Knife Pons having one. Shot saved Brian Moore.
A good take by Pons.
Pridemore and Heacock combine on the ride and take it away, and the Lakers back on offense. Tal Bruno, top center.
baby sky whammy there by Bruno.
And a desk pop. When was your last desk pop? Shot safe, kicked away, and now Gilman has a chance to make a play on the near side. It's going to be Boys Latin ball. Laker possession near side, and with the horn we get a ton of substitutions. Make Royal Farms your first stop before and after every game for everything from custom-built subs and wraps, healthy snacks, drinks, fresh brewed coffee, Western fries, and of course Royal Farms fresh, never frozen, world-famous fried chicken. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. Pridemore going against Timmy Jenkins squaring up on Pridemore. 4:45 to go, flag flies. Pridemore comes out, shooting shot, save Brian Moore. This man up brought to you by The Power Shaft. Go to thepowershaft.com to learn how you can get the world's only weighted lacrosse training device.
And Booker, I very seldom like to point out the refereeing woes, but that was awfully light slap check there on Pridemore. I don't know about that call. No bias involved, don't worry.
Referee Carmen John Domenico may have thought it caught a piece of the helmet. We'll never know. 4:42 to go, third quarter, 7-6 your score. Lakers ahead and on the man up. Pridemore, a little roll-off shot wide, backed up by Pike.
Love to see those goalies have big performances in the big games, and Brian Moore's done just that. Crowd, I guess, 10 saves so far today.
Stanwyck shot, goal coming up the sky whammy, nails one from about 12 out. And make it 15. Shaq Stanwyck, pow!
Goal, Shaq Stanwyck with the score.
Shaq Stanwyck, he's ready to take on the Catalina wine mixer. Snapping necks and cash and checks. Pow!
Back to the face-off X. Number 4, Brian Lichtenauer for the Lakers. Davey Previs for the Greyhounds. Lakers 8, Greyhounds 6, 4:19 to go here in the third quarter.
Previs against Lichtenauer at the face-off logo. Couple of real grinders. Sims comes away with a ground ball. Sims to Max Green, shot hits Pons in the left calf. And now Pons breaking, lob pass. Pons corrals it, 4-on-3 opportunity. Mac the knife, punched out by Brian Moore.
We have a Greyhound timeout on the field. Gilman takes a timeout. 3:54 to go here in the third quarter.
This quarter brought to you by Fellowship of Christian Athletes Lacrosse. FCA Lacrosse is committed to developing three-dimensional athletes and coaches who want to fulfill their God-given potential mentally, physically, and spiritually. For more information on FCA
Scores
summer
around the league,
teams,
Calvert Hall
camps, or
leading
other
Mount
ways to
St.
get
Joe
involved,
at
check
halftime,
out
7-2.
FCALax.com. 3:52 to go, third quarter. Team Moyer going against Timmy Jenkins. Moyer pushes it up top to Casey Reese. And the Lakers turn it over. TJ Trusty breaks it over, and it's off the stick of Jenkins. Was it not?
Ask the refs, Buck.
Ball out of bounds, awarded to Gilman.
And Jake Mathai possesses for the Greyhounds.
Could be a makeup call, who knows?
Kerber possesses now for the Greyhounds. 8-6, your score. 3:15 to go, third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by FCA Lacrosse. Go to FCALax.com to learn how you can get involved. FCA Lax, an impact with kids on and off the field. shot pinballs around. Riley DeSmit controls it for the Greyhounds.
Love that original ground ball by Kerber, though, to give DeSmit possession.
Shot out of bounds. Gordy Kerber to inbound.
DeSmit comes up
2:50 to
with
go
it,
here
and
in the
now it's
third quarter.
Kerber in that all-afternoon battle. Two guys who I know could use some Motive Pure before and after games. Motive Pure hydration formula. Gilman's Harrison McCarthy gets it across the top. Here's Mathai. Mathai comes out right-handed, tries to dump it inside. Matt Reese corrals it, gets it to brother Casey Reese. Riley DeSmit doing the hustle play, bringing it down from behind, and Boys Latin fast break nullified. Heacock gets it up top to Reese. Shaq Stanwyck now going against Robbie Hawes. Comes off the pick from T. Moyer, two-man game. In effect, low to high slinger by T. Moyer. Backed up by Heacock. Excuse me, Shaq Stanwyck.
I gotta say, I'm a little jealous of T. Moyer. His name is shorter than mine, and I do not find that very often. Just one letter.
Michael Lynch going against Riley DeSmit, now slid to by Devin Tucker. Tucker, a little opportunity to play some takeaway as we creep towards the 1 minute mark left in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by FCA Lacrosse, Fellowship of Christian Athletes Lacrosse. Developing three-dimensional coaches and players. Go to FCALax.com to learn more. Stanwyck slips, but maintains possession. Shot slung wide. Keegan O'Connor with the shot. I was sure of it, but I just had to reassure myself. Great third quarter of lacrosse here on CUDA.com, presented by our friends at Royal Farms.
This game really never disappoints. I know the three times they played last year, all were just great games, very competitive. A little more goals, a few more goals than I would have guessed coming into the game.
Stanwyck gets the pick from Pike. Spins it up top, and here's Keegan O'Connor. Splits right to left, going against Mathai. And now T. Moyer's shot just wide. And you can see goaltender Brian Moore just wanting to get a piece of that to get possession for his squad. Heacock goes one-on-one, knocked to the ground, backed up by Brian Moore, and that'll give the Greyhounds possession end of the third quarter. Make Royal Farms your first stop before and after every game for everything from custom-built subs and wraps, drinks, healthy snacks, fresh brewed coffee, Western fries, and of course Royal Farms delicious, world famous, fresh, never frozen chicken. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.